Good evening and welcome to the March 12th meeting of the Beavercreek Parks Recreation and Culture Board. I hereby call this meeting to order and we'll begin with the roll call.
Mr. Corbett?
Here.
Mrs. Meyer?
Here.
Mrs. Fulcher?
Here.
Mrs. Heaton?
Here.
And Mr. Tips?
Here. Great, thank you, Jackie. And we're going to begin with the election of officers tonight, so I will turn it over to Kim Farrell to begin that process.
Great, thank you. And I do want to thank everybody for serving once again. I think we had one open seat, and we were lucky enough to have Miss Meyer join us one more time. So, again, thank you. I know it does take some time. So, but this time of year, we always do elections for chair and vice chair. So at this point, I will go ahead and open nominations for chair.
I'd like to nominate Eric.
I second.
I will accept the nomination.
Okay, is there any other nominations? Okay, any discussions?
No discussion.
Okay. All right, well, I'd like you, we have to be formal. So we'll go ahead and take a vote. So everybody in favor of having Eric as our chair?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Aye.
All right, very good. Well, congratulations, Eric. Thank
Thank you.
you. I will turn it back over to you, and you can do the nominations for vice chair.
Okay. And so I guess with that, we're going to go ahead and open up the floor for nominations for vice chair.
I'd like to nominate Candy.
I'd be happy to second that nomination.
I'll accept.
Any others? Discussion? Any complaints about Candy? Just kidding. All right. Well, with that, we'll open it for a vote. All those in favor of Candy as vice chair, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, it's unanimous. Thank you, Candy. Congratulations. All right, we will move on. Before you have an agenda, then I will accept a nomination to approve the agenda whenever you're ready.
Motion to approve the agenda?
Do I have a second? I'll second. All in favor of the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
And you also have in front of you minutes from our February 12th meeting. Thank you for putting those together, Jackie. I hope you've had a minute to look at those. Again, when you are ready, I will accept any changes or a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll motion to approve the minutes.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you. And now we can move on to the division reports. Aaron Harris will present that.
Good evening. Last month we had the annual report. This month is back to a normal report, maybe a little shorter. We'll see. Our March benefit is that parks provide a sense of public pride and cohesion to every community. And I just took a few smiling photos at Lafino Plaza Palooza to put there on the slide. Show some smiling faces we see in our parks and facilities all the time. And moving on over into the senior center, since we hadn't had a normal monthly report in a few months, I did a little recap of what went on this winter. And at the senior center, one of the most popular annual events is our game day. It was held on January 25th. There were 6 different game stations, and we had 50 people sign up. That's the maximum allowed for game day. We have to limit that so that we have enough room in the facility to set up all of the games and have the teams be all the same size and rotate appropriately, all of that good stuff. So you see one of our members playing a game called Kerplunk there, and we want to make sure we thank our sponsors, which included Heartland of Beavercreek, Traditions of Beavercreek, Village on the Green, and the Preserve of Beavercreek. We also had our Valentine's party. The past few years we've done a Valentine's dance. This year we changed it up a little bit and did Valentine's trivia. We had 112 people, which is really close to the maximum you can fit into that great room with tables and chairs. A professional trivia company came out, had a lot of fun, and our very own kitchen ladies provided the lunch. The Day of Caring Pancake Breakfast is a public event, and the Senior Center is proud to be an annual host. This was on February 24th, and there were locations all across the community that day. But nearly 200 people came out to the Senior Center location to enjoy brunch, and all of the proceeds, it's a fundraiser, go back to Day of Caring 365, which helps the needy and homeless in our community. I want to especially thank the kitchen ladies again for doing a lot of the cooking, and our youth council volunteers from the Beavercreek Youth Council. At just our location alone, we raised over $1,000. So we're very proud of that. Upcoming events, the St. Patrick's Day party is coming up very soon. Call to see if there's still a spot available if you want to go to that on March 14th. And our sponsor is Beavercreek Rehab. And then something very fun coming up is a casino trip on the 22nd of this month. We'll depart from the Senior Center at 10 a.m. The $30 fee for members includes a buffet lunch and your transportation down to the casino and back home, of course. So that should be a lot of fun. Over on the recreation side, we did have Lafino Plaza Palooza back in January. It was right before that really cold polar vortex came. But we still had about 100 people attend, many newbies to the facility who had never seen either the Lafino Plaza rooms or the Senior Center or the community theater as well. We gave tours of all of those areas and had activity stations throughout the facility. And you can see our very own Jackie and Candy in a photo there. They helped greet our participants, and each of our stations were busy the whole time, so we were very pleased. I know one of the park board's favorite things to hear about is our Do You Want to Build a Snowman contest that we've had. I think this was the third year that we've done this. It actually came out of suggestions from Dan to do some more engaging activities in the wintertime a few years ago. So we did it again. We had a record number of submissions, and I know the last meeting that we talked about it, we were concerned we were going to have to push back the date. There wasn't enough snow yet, and then we got some snow. Several times. So we had 24 people who submitted photos, and the Facebook post with all of the photos reached 5,668 people. So a lot more awareness to our community and to our city Facebook page. Hopefully that helps them find out about more of the things going on in our community and with the city in particular. And the winning family won a Family Fun prize pack. So the photo you see is the winning photo. Yep. It's our Jedi Snowman photo. We also had one of our partnership programs with the Beavercreek Library that was for families with children ages 5 to 10. We did this on February 15th. It was a day that the schools were out of school, so we could do a program during the day to help them fill that day off school time. And so I want to thank the library. This was the topic was hibernation and hibernating animals. So we did some stories, a craft, and also went on a hike at C.I. Beaver Park in search of signs of animals and animal homes. We've got some fun new programs coming up and happening now. Our Intro to Swim lessons, we have partnered with the Dayton Raiders Aquatic Center and their swim program. Many people might not know that you can sign up for swim lessons over there at the Dayton Raiders Aquatic Center, which is right next to Dominic Lafino Park. And so we've partnered with them to offer a few one lesson at a time, so you can try it and see if you'd like to sign your kids up for more. These are on Thursday evenings this month for ages 3 and up, and the kids will be broken into small groups depending on their age and the experience they've had in the past. So I think that's a really neat opportunity, and it's been well received so far. We've had one so far. And then coming up in about a week and a half, we have our Kids Night Out Slime Lab. This is put on by the same person who does our Challenge Island series. This is a Challenge Island themed program which focuses around that science, technology, engineering, and math themes. And this one is all about making slime and experiments and all of that good stuff. So this is a kids' night out. It's in the evening. Great way to sign the kids up for something and then have a date night yourself, or get the kids out of the house. Our spring adult soccer and our summer adult softball, both of those are starting up soon. Registration has begun. Spring adult soccer is actually scheduled to start Sunday, March 24th.
Wow.
Weather permitting. That might end up getting pushed back a week or two, but that is our goal. And our summer adult softball starts the middle of April. So both are coming up quickly. We still have a few openings available in both of those, but the openings are dwindling. And summer camp registration has begun. We are offering both specialty camps and our traditional summer camps again. And a couple of highlights: the traditional camp, which has been at Rotary Park for a number of years now, is moving this year. We are moving over to Fairbrook Elementary School, which is right next to Fox Run Park, over off North Fairfield Road. So this will be a great way to partner with the schools, be able to use their facility while school's out, have a great safe place for the kids when the weather is nasty, and also still have the nature opportunities and outdoor play that Fox Run Park has, as well as the school grounds too. And then our specialty camp is back. We're going to offer 7 weeks of specialty camp. We are rotating locations every week with that between Wartinger Park, C.I. Beaver Hall, and Dominic Lafino Park. When we're at Dominic Lafino Park, we'll also be able to take advantage of the Dayton Raiders facility being right there as well. And we're actually going to go swimming each week that we're there.
Nice.
At their pool. And the traditional camp is being offered 9 weeks, which is 1 additional week than we have offered it in the past. So with both of those, themes and field trips change weekly. You can find all of the details on our website and register today or tomorrow. Okay, we've got some upcoming events, and you'll hear about some of these in a few moments too when we discuss volunteer opportunities. But one of these upcoming events is our summer kickoff and kite fly. This will be on Saturday, April 27th from 11 to 2 at Dominic Lafino Park. It's for everyone, all ages. It's free. We will have kites to fly, games and activity stations, probably some food again for everybody to enjoy as well. So I am also looking for volunteers, hint, hint, to our park board members who can help us register and greet participants, set up the event, help run it. Also our fishing derby. This will be on Saturday, May 11th. We'll start at 8 a.m. And we are moving our fishing derby. It has been at Phillips Park the last couple of years. We're moving back over to Dominic Lafino Park. It is also for all ages and it's free. And this is a great opportunity to bring a little one in your life and come out and fish. Bring your rod and reel and some bait, and there will be prizes, entertainment for the kids, and should be just a really good time. I also need volunteers for this, especially since we're moving back over to Dominic Lafino Park. It's a larger water body. So we have pairs of people that go around the lake and monitor our little fishermen and fisherwomen and measure their fish for them, keep track of how many fish they've caught so that we can accurately distribute prizes at the end of the event. So I am looking for people to volunteer for that. If you want to do that, you will not be required to touch a fish, but if you will not touch a fish, your partner has to touch a fish. So we do have to be a little strategic about that. Okay, we do have a new registration software. I can't remember if we've discussed this at Park Board or not, and some of you are looking at me like maybe we haven't. So we have a new recreation software that we went live with last month.
Nice.
Or, yeah, the beginning of January we went live.
You may have mentioned it, but yeah, we certainly haven't seen a picture yet. So that's
Okay.
nice.
So shelter reservations started the first business day of January using this system. It's called MyRec. And the cool thing about shelter reservations is that they can now be completed. The request can be completed online, and you submit your request, and then you'll get a notification when it is approved. So that is a lot more convenient for some people than having to call our office during normal office hours or come in. So we were very excited about that, and people took to it very well. And so we've also opened up all of our program registration on MyRec now as well. So we are doing lots of email blasts and trying to get the word out to people, saying, hey, are you looking for that next session of yoga? You can come over to this site and register here. The great thing is that we no longer have any online or credit card transaction fees. So that's something we used to have in the past. If you did your online registration, you had a small percentage added on to your total. That was your credit card fee. Now the Parks Department is absorbing that fee, so you do not see that anymore. That you pay the same price regardless of how you decide to register. So we are excited about that. It's also allowing us to do some cool things we haven't been able to do in the past with summer camp registration. All of our participant information forms, like our health, medical, emergency forms for summer camp, are on this system as well. So it gives us a lot more flexibility in terms of not having to shuffle around paper forms. It's more, information's more secure that way, as well as more accessible for our staff when they need to get it. And we, of course, have sponsorship opportunities for all of these fun events coming up. And if you are interested, you've got a business or know an organization, a service club, a church, whoever wants to maybe get involved in sponsoring some of these. One of the great benefits of sponsorship is we not only appreciate your monetary donation, but we also invite you to be a partner with us at those events and come out, set up a table or a booth, really participate and get engaged with the people coming out to the events as well. Do you have any questions?
No,
Okay.
thank you, Erin.
Thank you.
And then Kim will be up with our park report next.
Good evening
Whenever you're
again.
ready.
What I will mention before we begin the park report, we are also hiring. So if you are a college student, if you're graduating from high school this year, 18 years old, we are hiring camp counselors, park maintenance, and street maintenance, traffic, and they're also hiring at the golf course. So if anybody's looking for a summer job, now is the time to apply. Go to our website, go to the HR tab, and apply through there. We are looking. We are getting lots of applicants, so we're a lot of really good applicants. So we're really excited about our staff this summer. But don't wait till the last minute. We are hiring now, and quite frankly, some of those college kids, if you only have class like Monday, Wednesday, Friday right now, you can start now and work Tuesdays, Thursdays. Go to class on the other days. Obviously, if you go to a local university. So some of the community might be a little difficult, but I did have somebody from UC running softball for me, and yeah, he was up and back, but it's all good. So obviously, I am not Zach White. He was planning on being here and doing the park report. He has a 6 little girl at home, so she obviously takes precedence. He does say, hi, sorry I missed you, but he'll be back another month. So we're just starting out. We have a couple personnel updates. Josh Kirschbaum has been hired as our new park section leader. We told you last year that Jeff Stein, who has been around for over 30 years, retired. Josh has been working with us since 2001 in the full-time capacity. He actually started as a seasonal and was hired on full-time in 2001. He's done a great job. Most of his time in parks was at Rotary Park. And so if you've been over there, you've seen the great job that Josh has done with that park. So now he gets to take on the entire park system. Nice. So it'll be a great challenge for him, but we're excited. He's done a really good thing for us. So on the flip side, just some unfortunate news. Pat Tilt, who was our operator too, and he was our city arborist, passed away suddenly in February. We wanted to mention Pat. He maintained our Veterans Memorial, Beavercreek Station, and 9/11 Memorial. Really took great care with those three parks. Took a lot of pride, and I think really turned those places around. They were looking fantastic. Pat was also very instrumental in us achieving the Tree City USA. So really appreciate all that Pat did, and we're certainly always thinking about his family. So, and as you reflect on your own lives, please keep Pat and his family in your prayers. So, on to happier things. Back in the fall of 2018, this past fall, we installed this playground at Rotary Park. Over the past few weeks, we've had some help with the township. Again, the township owns Rotary Park. The city just maintains it. But they came in and finished up the drainage, final grading, seeding, and they have removed the old playground. So that is looking a lot better now. It's obviously ready for play. The new playground has been ready since winter. But we are going to be doing a ribbon cutting April 19th. So certainly, we invite the park board to come out on that day. More information will be coming out, but I just wanted people to save the date. And that is actually Good Friday. So it'll be sometime in the afternoon. But we'll continue to pump information out about that. And then over the course of the next 2 months, we are going to be installing 3 playgrounds. I use the term we loosely. Game Time will be installing 3 playgrounds for us. We were awarded a playground grant. So we had the opportunity. So Seville, Stafford, and E.J. Nutter Park, we're going to be receiving playgrounds this year. But with a grant, we were able to add more amenities to each of the playgrounds. So really excited, and what that also afforded us to do is have that company come in and install the playground. Our staff has done a great job. We are dwindling in numbers, replacing people moving on. So right now we just don't have the capacity, and especially going into spring and mowing season, we wouldn't be able to get it done. So we anticipate all 3 of these playgrounds being done by summer. The hope is really by the first week of May. We're going to get the playgrounds ordered. They'll come in, they being Game Time, start curbing everything out. And as soon as the playground pieces arrive, they'll come and install it. And generally they can do that in a matter of like 2 days. Mulch everything so it'll all be complete. So at Seville, all the playground pieces at Seville are going to be taken out. Let's see if my laser actually works. But see back here, we do have a large shade structure in the back. There'll be a couple picnic tables and some benches underneath there, so it'll be nice so parents, grandparents, caregivers can come. They can sit under the shade. Seville is wide open. There are some trees, but not enough to give you shade close to the playground. And so you can watch your kids play while you're underneath the shade. What we're also doing at Seville right now, everything is spread out. So if you have a 3-year-old who wants to be on the swings down here, great. But now your 7-year-old is way over here and they want to be on the slide. So it's very hard for parents to really kind of watch their children in that one park. So everything is going to be combined, all curbed in. In the back, this is a spinner, but you hang from it, and it has different colored, we'll call them lenses. And so when the sun comes down, much like they have at Owen's Place, and so as you're spinning, the different colors are going to be on the mulch, which is pretty sweet. New swings, these are diggers, so we'll have diggers in the mulch so you can dig to your heart's content. There is a small shade on top of the playground, but we've got 3 slides here. In the back, it's a curve. These come kind of straight down, and there's also a roller slide on the other end. So again, the roller slide, we have that out at Shoup. There's some climbing apparatus here, and then kind of a overhead monkey bar, climbers, and then a balance. So that's going to be really cool. Looking forward to putting that in, a whole bunch of different amenities there. Over at Stafford, Again, and I guess at Stafford, and originally we were just looking at some smaller amenities, maybe some shade. Without a doubt, the dinosaur is coming back. You see it right back here, the green dinosaur. So if you live in Stafford, you know people who live in Stafford, we're bringing back the dinosaur. So I know that was a big concern, and I hear you, so we've got it. But there's some different things that we're going to be able to do, but because of the grant, we're able to replace the entire playground. So we'll take out the playground that's currently there, and then this will be the playground that we put in. You've got like a little rock stepping stool all the way up to the top, a couple slides. There's a slide on that end, and again, just some different things for the kids to play on. And we are actually replacing the swing set too. So we'll pull that out. We've got another one that we can put in so we can do some more of the expression type swings. And then Stafford is also getting a small, it's about like a 12 by 12, I believe, shade structure on concrete, and then we can put like a bench or probably a picnic table underneath there. So that park does get some shade, but usually it's later in the evening when it's still light out, but you're not getting too much shade. And then at EJ Nutter, we're going in a whole different direction. Again, everything is being removed from Nutter, but these are what they call play pockets, and they're nature play pockets. So this one, these are trees. You can kind of step, you can climb up, step across. These are honeycombs, and they're little tunnels. So there are at least 5, but I believe it's like 3 different levels, so you can climb, crawl through ground level, climb up one. So those would be really cool. And then like this leaf just kind of tells you all about the forest and trees. All the way in the back, that is actually a spider. So the legs are the support, and then above it is kind of a web design. And so you can climb underneath with your arms over you. You can climb on top of it. There's a couple spinners. And then that sign kind of tells you all about spiders and arachnids. And then the last one is right here. This is, there's a butterfly. That's a climbing thing. This is a dragonfly, and he's more of a, I will just call him old school teeter-totter. I don't think they call him that anymore, but that's what he is. And then this is a spinner, so you can stand on top of it. It's cattail. Stand on that and spin around, and then again a sign kind of tell you all about dragonflies and butterflies. And then Nutter will receive a new swing set, and it'll have the expression swing. And at Nutter we're actually installing what they call a friendship swing. So if you've seen the expression, mom, grandma, dad, whatever is on one side, infant on the other one. Well, this is 2 benches, so you and a buddy can swing, or me and my 16-year-old, because he loves swinging with his mommy. He really doesn't.
Or me and Dan.
Huh?
Or me and
or
Dan.
you and that's absolutely right. Eric and Dan, chair and vice chair, however you want to do it, but absolutely. And so when you guys go out and swing, if you could let me know, because that'll be in the next park board, man. So we're really excited for Nutter, because again, this is something totally different. It's a lot of climbing and just different things to do. So we talked briefly last month. You will continue to hear information on our upcoming Parks Levy on May 7th. And again, City Council decided we're going to go for a 0.9 mil renewal with a 0.3 increase. And we're going continuous, so this will take care of our parks, we can say forever. But this is for the operation and maintenance of our park system. This does not support or fund the Beavercreek Golf Course. They are a separate, total, different entity than our Parks Department. But this levy will cost $42 per $100,000 of assessed property value, or $3.50 per month. We are also hoping to, as we go forward, continue to take care of what we have. That was our big theme on this last Parks Levy, and that's going to be it again this coming levy. There are still a lot of things that we need to do. There's still more playgrounds that need to be replaced. And as we continue and finish up the Parks Master Plan, more projects are coming through, like a lot of access, a lot of trails, bathrooms, all different things. So we're still working with the steering committee to get that final project list out, but that'll be coming. And always, we have volunteer opportunities. So you can contact Zach at our Parks Department. His email's up there. But we're always looking for volunteers to help, whether it's at an event, mulch some parks, pull some weeds. If there's a Eagle Scout or, the Girl Scouts that need to get a service project in, certainly give us a call and we will find something to do. If mulching is not your thing, there are certainly other things that we can do in the parks. So, and I am happy to answer any questions that you have, whether it's projects coming up, our park levy, volunteer.
So are these the playgrounds that, when you talked to the neighborhoods last year then?
Yes. So, thank you, Sharon. So last summer, we went out to the playgrounds in the park, party in your park. And so we talked about, hey, here are some different ideas that we can do in the parks. At that time, Nutter was getting a playground, and so was Seville. So we had some great ideas there. Stafford wasn't supposed to get a playground. They're on the list. They're the next oldest playground.
Yeah.
But they talked about, like, hey, some shade, how about this? So we got some ideas from there. We took all of their ideas and spoke with our Game Time playground representative. And then we had the different designs out at Lafino Plaza Palooza. Seville neighborhood came out in droves. It was freezing cold that night. I was shocked, but said, yep, this is great. And then we also had everything on Facebook. So we're always trying to get the community involved, say, here's what we would like to see. We can design a fantastic playground, but if the kids don't like it, it's not going to be played on. So yeah, we have 4 party in your parks this summer, and again, they'll be like, okay, so here's what we're looking for next year. But I think Shoup is one of them. They're getting a parking lot this year. So they're good for a while, Shoup Park.
We just did the redo there, right?
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions for Kim? Thank you. Next item on our agenda is old business. First, the volunteer recognition event. We had a pre-meeting again today to continue to plan that. The volunteer recognition event is scheduled for Thursday, April the 18th at the Beavercreek Golf Course at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:30. Again, looking forward to that, and a great opportunity for us to recognize the folks that we rely on to help us run our programs and facilities. The invitations should go out soon? This week. So we're hoping that along with responses to those invitations, we get a number of folks that are willing to nominate some folks for awards for their volunteer service. Anybody want to add anything on that? We also had volunteer opportunities, and I know Aaron mentioned the Kite Fly event, the summer kickoff and Kite Fly and the fishing derby. You say anything else about those or add anything to that list?
I can add one more to that list.
Awesome.
There is a family fun day that the Beavercreek Schools is putting on. It is on Sunday, May 5th. And I think the time is somewhere around noon to 5, but we can get that confirmation for you. That'll be us being at their event with a table and information. That is also May 5th.
I'm thinking of Rotary. Right? Is it Rotary again?
We don't know that at this time.
Okay.
It's not at Rotary, though.
It'll be at one of the schools. Last year, they were set up mostly at Owens Place
Right.
because the money was going back to Owens. This year, the school-wide service group, character building, I think it is putting their money, so like all their fundraising into something else, so they're moving the event back to the schools. I just don't know which school building, though.
If I recall, it was pretty cool last year. Oh, no, it was 107. That's right.
That's true. Both answers are actually correct. It was really cool, great
cool.
event, but it was wicked hot.
It's fun. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that it? Good?
Yeah.
And then we had the levy on as new business. Did you want to say anything else about that? or was
No.
what you've already shared pretty much?
I think we shared pretty much. We'll continue. You'll keep seeing things. We'll be putting things out on Facebook, on our website, here at Park Board. There'll be a special In Touch that gets mailed out. If people have any questions about the levy and what we do, they are certainly more than welcome to call, ask us, or email. And then as we get into April, yard signs will be available. So if anybody would like to put a sign in their yard, again, contact our office, and we'll have some at the senior center too. So, because again, it supports parks, recreation, and the senior center.
Thank you.
Is the levy, the school levy, and our park levy, totally separate? No confusion between.
Yes, so the schools are also going to be on the ballot. Schools is a totally separate fund and a separate levy. Actually, I think it'll be, the schools will have a levy on. Our street department, this is their capital levy. All these repaving projects, everything that you see, that's because of the capital levy. That'll be on the ballot. That is not a renewal. Again, they're going continuous, and then our parks levy. So streets, issue 11, parks, number 10. And then I don't know which number the schools is, but there's separate funding. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, there's one.
Microphone.
There's another one that eats at me, and I have to bring it up. The school levy failed by like 150 votes.
I think
And when you look at really what territory that involved, or where they were defeated, it's down in the Beavercreek, Man River area, off of Spinning Road. Is anybody going to dwell on that particular area? Because I'm sure they feel as school people, they don't send their kids to Parkwood or any of those places, so they're not connected up.
They do. Their kids do go to Parkwood.
They do,
Yeah.
but they don't pay taxes there. There's something different about that area.
there is an area of Riverside that the Riverside kids do go to Beavercreek, but yes, they don't
But
vote and they don't pay
They
into
don't pay
the
taxes, so.
Beavercreek
They
school
lost-
taxes.
Like I said, 150 votes or something in the last tax levy for the schools. You're facing the same thing this time, not for the parks levy, for the school levy. So that, somebody needs to pick on that area and just, it's background, I guess, because of the parks levy. If you ever have a chance to say anything about it, somebody needs to get rid of that 150 votes and get them swayed over to, hey, you go to Beaver Creek, you need to pay taxes to Beaver Creek. That's not gonna happen, so just kind of try to make everybody aware of it.
Yeah, so I think, I would assume that the Board of Education has taken a look at that and see where they may need to pick up votes. That's what we do also. We kind of look at the precincts, and so luckily we've been very, our community has been very supportive for our parks and for our streets, so.
Thanks, Dan. All right, moving on, unscheduled visitors, none tonight. And then action items, nothing specific I can think of. Our staff is taking care of those invitations. Aside from that, we have some business to do at our next meeting as we get closer to the awards program and maybe talk about another recognition thing we want to do in May. But I think we're good for tonight on action items, which leads us to board time. Dan, you have anything you want to share?
I'd just like to see some more winter activities possible. I didn't recognize what you said, a jump start or something. What did you say could be done in the wintertime? Jump something. Did I misunderstand?
Pop up.
Pop up.
Oh, yeah. So weather-related things, we could look at doing pop-up programs.
Is that something we need to talk about ahead of time, or have something ready to go in case it snows like it did this last time? The
Yeah,
Snowman?
I don't know how much snow we can still expect to get this winter, but it would definitely be
Okay,
something we'd
not
want to
necessarily
sign.
just now, but could we do that? Look into the future and say, is there,
Absolutely.
is there a hill that would accommodate sledding?
We
Do
could
we have
look
any
at,
liability for, can we do it as far as Beaver Creek City goes?
oh, we would have to look into those concerns, yeah.
I'd just kind of like to stir the pot a little bit on that. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Dan. Candy?
I'd like to let you know that I really appreciate the library and the parks getting together and making those programs. I think it's great. I hope like to see more of that. And then as far as Owens Place, the only thing I have is their opening day event at Dublin Pub is Tuesday, April 23rd from 5:30 till 9. Tickets can be purchased at Eventbrite for $25 each. That includes appetizers and entertainment by Wildcat Road, which is a local Beavercreek band that one of the custodians at Ankeny is actually on there, and then some of his friends and things. The money that is raised goes towards the ultimate build of that softball field with the special surface. So, because that's not really funded by anything else. So, if you can come out, we have the whole Dublin Pub. So we have like 250 tickets to sell, and hope that some people can come out and enjoy it. It's a good night.
Thanks, Candy. Sharon?
Nothing.
Christina?
I don't have anything tonight.
The only thing I'd like to add is on behalf of the park board, offer our condolences to the Tilt family. Hate to hear about Pat. Only met him a couple times in relationship to the Tree USA piece. I know Pat came to one of the initial meetings, and always hate to hear about a family member from the Beavercreek Parks Recreation family passing away. So our thoughts go out to the family, as Kim said earlier. With that, I will accept a message to adjourn. A motion to adjourn.
I make a motion
Do we
to
have a
adjourn.
second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Being adjourned.